Hello fellow fishers and happy Friday to you. This is probably one of the strangest opening shots I've ever had, and probably one of the worst also, but notice on the bottom there should be some movement because these fry in here, I just fed them some microworms, so they should be moving around. And Michael, let me go ahead and say it now, I know, I should have scheduled this, but the only chance I had to film last night, I did film last night on Thursday night. When I did, my daughter was in bed. This is the tank in my daughter's room. Well, this isn't, but the actual tank that you're about to see is. And I was not able to get, like, you think this is bad quality? You should see the video I did last night. It is absolutely horrible quality. At least this is, like, clear and not fuzzy. The video last night was horrible. I was embarrassed to put it up. I uploaded it, set it private, was going to go edit it today, and had it all scheduled to go out this morning, but no, I took that was not going to happen. That was embarrassing. So anyways, this is the temporary setup for the mystery fry that I am going to reveal in this video today. This is your first time stopping by, please be sure to hit the subscribe button and turn on notifications by clicking that bell down below. I really appreciate that. But anyways, you might see some movement. Hopefully they are feeding on the microworms. That tends to be the most active time. In a little bit, after I finish this video, I will do a very small water change of this fry container. And I will explain to you what my current setup for raising these fry is. It is not ideal. The current setup for the adults is not ideal. The current setup for the adults for breeding is not ideal because I didn't plan on them breeding. So I know it's not ideal. I know you have all these things like, oh, Rick, you shouldn't be doing this, you shouldn't be doing that. I know. I'm working on that. I have a tank that's resealing right now. It's curing. The silicone is curing. I will water test it, and as soon as its water test is, good, I will be switching things around to make this situation better. So without further ado, I'm going to go and get on with the rest of the video. But these fry, I was really excited to see them. I was on Susan for SLC Aquatics, put a link to her channel in the top right of this video. I was on her live stream on Tuesday night. I was putting my daughter to bed, and I walked by her tank, and I noticed some movement. Well, I'll just skip to it right now. I'll show you where I saw the movement, and I'll also show you one of the parents too, because they're in the area right now. So walk by my daughter's tank, which usually has just glowfish in it, but now it also has, well, this is the female of the fish, if you all can figure it out. No, that's not two of them, it's just one, and then the air reflection. I saw some movement right there in that light filter thingy, and which I'm not really a big fan of, so I haven't used it in a while. I'll just take it out soon. And I was like, huh, those are some fast-moving snails. And I was like, wait a second, those aren't snails. Those are baby fish. I was like, those are definitely not glowfish babies, because I don't want glowfish, and there's no way I had that set up correctly for them, and the parent was guarding them. So if you haven't guessed already, what type of fish is this that's picking off the stuff off the Java moss? Well, the male is about to make an appearance right now. The answer is double red Apistogramma cockatoides. I got these from my local fish store about 2 months ago. I haven't done a video about them yet. I have not revealed that I had them yet. I was planning to give them a surprise for a while. I wasn't really planning on this long, but that's the way it turned out. You might notice them if you really have a really good eye in my Water Change Wednesday video from last week, where I was unboxing my new Super Reds. You might have noticed them there. They really like to hide behind this sticker. So, anyways, there's the male. He is currently swimming by the DIY Apisto spawning cave that I made out of a 4-inch PVC end cap, and just drilled a 1 1/4, I think is what it is, hole in it, and then just set it down on the gravel. I got that idea from Michael from Michael's Fish Room. Of course, put a link to his channel in the top right corner of this video. And so anyways, the story of these Opistos and their breeding. Got them a while back. I knew they weren't of breeding size yet, but I knew they were really close. So I was feeding them live blackworms about every other day, just to try to keep them size on them along with flake food so they wouldn't get completely spoiled. Let's go see if we can find that female. And so those were the only thing I was doing. And then I had the PVC cave in there. Where is she? She probably went in the cave, I bet. And so that was the only thing I really did to... Is the white light on, by the way? Oh, it was not. That explains the bad lighting earlier. Sorry. My daughter likes a pink light on. So I had them in the... Oh, thanks for the shot there, Opisto. Appreciate it. Anyways, have the PVC spawning cave in there. Obviously the fish, and we're feeding them the live blackworms. That was all I was doing. I was not thinking they were going to breed it. Yes, she is in there, hiding. And not thinking they were going to spawn, just trying to grow them out a little bit, because these conditions are not set up correctly for them to spawn or raise young. But apparently they thought so. So Tuesday night, I walk by and I see it, and I quickly grab my DIY plastic mesh breeder trap fish, you know, specimen box, whatever you want to call it. It's basically my fish timeout box, kind of, I guess you would say it with some people. And in this case, I used it to put these stupid glowfish, as you'll know I hate them so much, but my daughter loves them, away from the parents and therefore away from the young Opistogrammas. So I put the trap in there, or the box in there, and then that kept them away for most of the night. And then I tried to set up a I have like a 1 gallon one of those plastic critter cages that I had. I tried to get that set up with the heater and an air stone and then some tank water for the fry. But I looked after a few minutes and the heater was not working. So I was like, well, it's not the outlet because the other appliances plugged into it are working. So it's got to be the heater. As we know, heaters aren't always the most reliable things in the fish tank. So that didn't work. So now I'm going to have to order, or see if I can. I know I've got a heater around here somewhere, or in my classroom, but I know I've got one extra, so I'll have to get that. So I used it mainly for a glowfish timeout because I really don't like them, and I didn't want them to eat any of the young. And the mother, Opistogramma cockatoides, wherever she is, I think she's in the cave right now, was being a great mother. She was keeping the male away. Oh, there she is. Whenever he would swim near, she would, there she goes again. Whenever he would come near, she would nib at him a little bit to get him to go away, and he got the signal and he'd go away, and then he'd come back, and then she did the same thing. Whenever she sensed there was danger, she got the fry to come into her mouth. She took them somewhere else for safety, and when she felt the coast was clear, she released them into a safe area. She's doing a great job being a mom. I counted 11 fry. I'm pretty sure I probably lost a few due to these stupid glowfish. So she would do a really good job keeping the fry safe, keeping the male away. And so then, since I couldn't keep the fish in the 1 gallon because I knew that was going to not be warm enough, I just set up something else that's very temporary. So that's why I set up this jar, basically, which has the fry in it. I'm not sure if you can see any. I think there's one at the bottom left of the screen right there. Yep, there's one. It's actually a better shot than the very beginning. So I put them in here along with the plant, as you can see, and then I put an air stone. And the tank is, actually I'll go ahead and put it back in the tank so that they are disturbed as little as possible while they are hopefully feeding. This is obviously their most active time because they don't, I mean, they're swimming around. I do count like 2 or 3 times a day to make sure that they're still alive. See how I can do this here. Sorry, it's just my arm here. They are still alive. So here's the other thing I'm using this plastic mesh box for. I'm using it to hold the fry jar. And I just keep the air stone in there for water circulation a little bit. Gotta be careful with where I put the air stone. There we go. Don't want to smush any of the babies. So, air stone's in there for water circulation. The surrounding tank water is keeping the fry jar heated, because it is heated, and the DIY breeder box is keeping the fry keeping the fry jar up, so that obviously it doesn't completely they don't just swim around in the tank freely, and so I can keep them heated. So there's the female again. So that's what I've been doing. I've been feeding them. At first, the only thing I had was crushed up flake feed them, because Rachel O'Leary said that that would suffice for baby Apistogramma cockatoides. But then I was able to go to my classroom the next day and bring home the end of a culture of microworms to feed them, and they do like those better, obviously. So that is working. I feed them about 2 or 3 times a day. I just fed them just now. I also will do a small water change of about 70 milliliters, which 70 milliliters out of this is a pretty fair amount. I think it's a little over 10% actually, because I think this is somewhere around 500 milliliters. So it's a little over 10% of a water change that I'm doing, and every time I feed them or do a water change, I do a count, and every time the count comes out to 10. Every time. I know I said there's 11 fry, because I kept one fry with the mom to see if she could take care of it and everything, and let her still feel like she was a mom. But later that morning, after I discovered the fry, the glowfish escaped and got in the tank, and I suspect that somewhere between 3 and 5 in the morning, the glowfish ate that one remaining fry. So once again, these stupid glowfish. I do plan on setting up a separate tank. Actually, this tank will be just for the apistos to spawn in and to raise their fry. I will set up a tank divider, and then a more permanent fry tank, because I'm hoping that they will spawn again, hoping lightning will strike twice. And then the 5-gallon, I think it is downstairs with the silicone curing and drying and everything. That will be the future home of these stupid glowfish. My daughter's not going to notice. The tank is smaller. These 2 glowfish will do fine in a 5-gallon, and these apistos, excuse me, sorry. These apistos will have a larger tank, well, same size tank, without just have to share it with these stupid glowfish. And then the fry will be safer, and hopefully I'll have higher numbers in the next spawning due to the safety from lack of horrible roommates or tank mates. So that's the plan. I know what I have right now is not ideal. Like I said, it was not planned. I'm working on getting it all, like it's in the process right now. I'm getting the heater, I'm getting the other tank cured, so I know. So comment below with any comments or questions you may have. Any comments do turn into future videos sometimes. If you have any questions, just let me know as well in the comments below. Pretty sure I covered everything that I did in the video last night, actually, and in 5 minutes less, so you're welcome. I think most of the video last night, the extra time, was me apologizing for how horrible quality it was, because it was dark, my daughter was asleep, and I had to keep the lights off, and, well, not the tank, I kept the tank lights on because that's her, like, night light, and I just talked quietly, so the video quality was very bad. So hope this is better. But super excited that my double red Apistogramma cockatoides have successfully spawned, and the fry are still doing just fine, and he is showing off for her. There's a nice breeding, what's that word I'm looking for? Breeding characteristic, breeding behavior right there for you. He's showing off to her. He's scaring the other stupid glowfish away. And look, he's showing off. Look at that. Look at that. Yeah, he is definitely a breeding male now. No question about it. He's like, okay, so this is how it worked last time. Let me try it again. So seems to be working. I am continuing now a diet of blackworms. It's got a new batch from the local fish store last night, so that I'm going to be feeding them that again to make sure that the female especially keeps a healthy amount of fat and protein on her. And as you see, she has a nice healthy poop coming out right there, probably some blackworm poop. So it seems to be working. She's got a nice little round body on her, so maybe some more eggs, and maybe she's going to get things ready in there, and maybe he's like, hey, let's do this. And my dad was like, will you play some soft music for him? I'm like, I guess so. But crazy thing is that I was not trying to breed them, but I have been trying to breed the germ blue rams, and yet germ blue rams are still holding out on me. Not as lucky as, say, Chris from Multi-Tank Addiction. Link to his channel top right of this video. Anyways, hope you found this video informative. I know it wasn't the most enjoyable or entertaining video, but I hope it was informative. I hope you are as excited as I am that my Apistos spawned. People in the local fish store said it's not really the easiest thing to spawn Apistos, but I can't take the credit because I definitely wasn't trying. I was just trying to keep them alive and healthy and growing. There's a nice shot of him right there. So, anyways, thank you for stopping by. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe, turn on notifications, and stay tuned and stay fishy, people.